watching PA Harness Week, racing's fastest paced half hour, a show solely based on harness racing right here in the great state of Pennsylvania. I'm Charlotte McBride, joined by Heather Vitale. We have a great show on tap.
Not only a great show, it's such a big show. I have nothing to say right now because if we don't get started, we're not going to get through everything.
That's right. We have a lot to get to. Here's what you can expect to see in this next half hour. Tonight at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono is Sun Stakes Saturday. What a night of championship racing. We'll tell you all about it and show you last Saturday's eliminations to get you ready to win some money. Plus, we'll take you behind the scenes where you will meet Tia Schaefer, the outrider at Mohegan Sun Pocono. She has a very important job during the races, and we will show you some very important tattoos that I'm sure will impress you. Those headlines and much more next on racing's fastest paced half hour. All right, it's time to get to the racing. Let's start with the fastest of the Max Hint Memorial eliminations. We're going to start with race number 4 in this one. This is for 3-year-old pacing males, the second division of 3 with a purse of $25,000. The horse getting the most support is the number 3 horse, Proof. It's the 4-5 favorite in this one. He had a huge 2-year-old season and comes into this event looking for 2 wins in a row.
Proof coming up on Lions Nighthawk. 3/4, 121 even, 26-4 on the back as Proof takes the lead from Lions Nighthawk. From the pocket, Captain Malicious tries to get out from the lagging cover. Further back, Fabrice Hanover 4th. Top of the stretch, Proof taking over, now leads by 3. No answer from Lions Nighthawk. Up the inside, Brassy Hanover closing well, but they're fighting for the scraps here. It's all Proof and David Miller.
You heard announcer Jim Baviglia. That was Proof winning with David Miller driving. Now, I know it doesn't look like David Miller. He's not wearing purple. He's wearing the stable colors of Diamond Creek Racing. Now, the PA Sire Stakes champion from last year ends up popping out of that 3-hole, and he wins in 1:48.1. That equals the fastest time on a 5/8 mile track this year. He's trained by Brian Brown. Brassy Hanover is second, and then Lions Nighthawk was third.
Let's check out the other 2 Hint eliminations in race 1 on the card. Of course, the first division of 3 again with a purse of $25,000. We saw Shake That House doing the work on the front with Brian Sears and winning in 1:49, a lifetime mark. And this 3-year-old is trained by Chris Oakes. Second was Air Force Hanover, and taking third was A Flame Hanover.
And in the third division of 3 for the Hempelims, it was race number 7 with, again, a purse of $25,000. Captain Victorious cut the mile with Yannick Gingras in 1:48.3, taking almost 3 seconds off his previous lifetime best for the country's leading trainer, Ron Burke. Hurricane Emperor set the pocket, took second, and Highland Beach Lover was third. We just saw Yannick Gingras on the driver's seat with Captain Victorious, and we caught up with him about Sun Stakes Saturday. Yannick, Captain Victorious was incredible in his elimination. He has post to 8, but you should still feel pretty confident, right?
Yeah, he was super, no doubt about it, in the elimination. Of course, post 8's not ideal, but he's got great gate speed, and we're definitely going to go forward out of the gate and then see what happens.
And Worry You Butte. Everybody loves her except for her competition. She's amazing. She has post 1 in the Lynch. Wow, what is it like to drive a horse like that?
She's great, no doubt about it. It's very fortunate to get to drive her. Post 1 is probably not ideal, but it's definitely beats the 8 or 9 on the like Captain Victorious. But yeah, it's not so bad. And we'll see what happens. The gate gonna open. I'm sure there'll be plenty of action. And no, we'll see what happens. She's easier to drive now than she was last year. So no, we'll see what happens and change plans accordingly.
And overall, dude, it is a big night. It is Sun Stakes Saturday. I'm so psyched. I know you are. It's great.
Oh, no doubt about it. And that's what you work so hard for. It's for those big nights and try to have as many good horses that have chances for, you know, and then thankfully this week I think I have 2 or 3 that have really good chances.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
We do have to take a quick break, but when we come right back, we have a lot more eliminations on the way, including the Earl Beal Memorial eliminations and the James Lynch Memorial eliminations, all set to get you ready for Sun Stakes Saturday. Also, coming up in this next half hour, you'll get up close and personal with Tia the Outrider, who has a big job tonight and every race night to help keep the horses and drivers safe on the racetrack. Don't go anywhere.
Is Luck Be With You, and Luck Be With You is out and after the front, and some star somewhere tracks that move on the outside.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. I'm Charlotte McBride alongside Heather Vitale. Well, we all know that keeping the horses and drivers safe is paramount while racing, and we meet a lady whose job is to do just that. Meet Tia Schaefer. She's at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, and she is the outrider. Take a look. Hollywood, stop fighting.
My name is Tia Schaefer, and I'm the outrider at the Downs at Mohegan Sun at Pocono. As an outrider, my job description is to check equipment for the judges, communicate between the judges and the drivers on the racetrack, keep an eye on all the horses. Not every horse is going to behave perfectly, so if a driver is having a hard time controlling his horse, or the horse doesn't steer right and doesn't want to turn to go to the car, I go ahead and step in on my horse and help the horse, whether it's to calm it down, to help it turn, to get it to go to the car. All of that is just making sure that everything is as safe as possible for every participant, equine and human.
Drivers, please be aware of the fall on the backstretch.
Sunday night we had an accident in the 13th race. I set up inside the pylons, waited for the race to pass me, and waited for the horse to get near me, and I turned around and started cantering the racetrack.
Looks like we have all horses accounted for right now. Right now, Tia Schaefer handling the one loose horse, doing a great job at that.
So my horse Red was able to just stick right with him and got me close enough to lean over and grab a hold of his reins. Being the one that everyone looks to help is a huge part of it. I love being needed. It's one of my personality quirks. I enjoy the fact that everyone comes to me. Hey, my horse isn't going to turn in this race. Can you help him? Absolutely. Hey, my horse might do this. Can you help me? Absolutely. It's a blessing. I love being able to ride horses. I love being around my horses all day, every day. There's nothing that I would want to do different. If you're interested in learning more about the harness racing sport, come out to the racetrack. We race 4 days a week. You can absolutely come out anytime. It's free. Come watch the horses, see the passion that they have for it. Watch them go behind the car. There's nothing more exciting than seeing horses behind the race car. Come out and say hi to me. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
It's time to get back to racing. We have a lot of eliminations to get to, including this one, the Earl Beal Memorial Eliminations. We're going with 3-year-old trotters in this one, race number 12 from last Saturday. This one is the second division of 2 with a purse of $25,000. The trotter everyone is talking about this one, the number 5 horse, Green Shoe. He's the overwhelming favorite, and he's been incredibly impressive in his first 2 starts this year, and is looking to keep the streak with win number 3.
Osterk leading by a nose as Green Shoe just about even now takes a slight lead at the 3/4 pole, 125 even, 27 and 4, third panel. Green Shoe takes the lead away from Osterk, steps away to lead by 2. Goes down smooth, stymied at the moment, third. On the outside, fourth, Reign of Honor. top of the stretch. It's Green Shoe opening up the lead now by 5. Brian Sears mellow in the bike.
Green Shoe comes first up with Brian Sears, and he doesn't make it look so easy. Yeah. He makes it look so easy. I'm telling you what, this horse comes home in 27-3. It's like a stroll in the park for him. He ends up winning in 152-3. The 3-year-old is trained by Marcus Melander. And now this horse, not only are people saying that he will be the next Earl Beal Memorial winner, but possibly the next Hambletonian winner, so we'll see. Osterk was second, and then Marseille ended up finishing third.
The other Beal Elim was race number 2 on the card, the first division of 2, with again a purse of $25,000. Green Menalishi S won his first start of the season with Tim Tetrick in 152-1, a career best for this trotter. The Colt is another Marcus Melander trainee, so he takes both Earl Beal Elims on this night. Summit Insight is second, and the favorite, Swandre the Giant, third. And we caught up with the one, the only Tim Tetrick about Green Menalishi S and tonight's big final. All right, Timmy, we just saw you in with Green Menalishi. What do you feel like his chances are tonight in the Beal?
Well, I think it's very good. Definitely with Green Shoe, the one to beat right now. But my horse is a very talented 2-year-old last year, and he's come back pretty good at 3, and his elimination win was very impressive.
And overall, a huge night, Sun Stakes Saturday. What gets you most excited about this night?
Well, it's great horses that we get to sit behind and race and compete at a very high level, and you know the purse money doesn't hurt either. You know, it's a couple $500,000 races, and they just put on a really good show, and just happy to be part of it.
Now on to the 3-year-old pacing ladies in the James Lynch Memorial Elimination, starting with race number 5, the second of 3 in this one with a purse of $20,000. Check out the number 4 horse, Zero Tolerance, is the 2-5 bettor's choice and has 3 wins out of 4 races this year. And the number 3, Odds on St. Lucie, is just her second start of the season, but coming off a big win.
Zero Tolerance leading the way. Odds on St. Lucie in her hip pocket from 4th. Rose Run Uptown Gal brushing for Gingra and gets to within 2 and still gaining. Behind that hot cover, Blue Ivy comes up showing pace. Renaissance Lady shuffled back to 5th, and now Afraid Not Hanover moving up from the back of the pack. 3 in, 3 out. Zero Tolerance leads the way, but just by a half length. 3/4, 122-1, 27-4 on the back. Zero Tolerance pressured now by Rose Run Uptown Gal, just a long neck away. Odds on St. Lucie still there in the pocket. Blue Ivy swings out 3 wide. Top of the stretch, Zero Tolerance trying to rebuff them all. Miller calling on her now for more. Odds on St. Lucie inside. Blue Ivy finishing strong on the outside. Odds on St. Lucie and Blue Ivy to the line. Odds on St. Lucie.
Odds on St. Lucie gets to the top for just a millisecond, and then Zero Tolerance takes over, but then coming down the stretch, Odds on St. Lucie comes up the passing lane down the stretch to win in 149-4 with Dexter Dunn. Tony Alanya is the trainee, and she is now 2 for 2 in 2019. Blue Ivy, who of course is named for Beyonce and Jay-Z's little girl, was a long shot at 25-1, and then Zero Tolerance took 3rd.
And the other limbs for the Lynch, we've got race number 3, the first division of 3, going for $20,000 purse. And it was Tall Drink Hanover with driver Andrew McCarthy, who got a sweet 2-hole trip to equal her lifetime best of 150 flat. This daughter of Captain Treacherous is another Tony Alanya trainee. Philly Hanover took the place spot, and the show money was awarded to Saint Somewhere.
The final Lynch Elim, the third of 3 divisions, was race 11 on the program with a purse of $20 grand. The favorite, Warari U-Butte, who last year proved to be the fastest 2-year-old in history, makes a quarter pole move, does the work on the front, busts home in 26 seconds. Yannick Gingras was in the bike for trainer Ron Burke during this 150-2 mile. Stonebridge Soul was there for the place spot. Rounding out the trifecta was Treacherous Rain, who is another star filly in this 3-year-old division. Now, we saw that Dexter Dunn drove Odds on St. Lucie to win in one of the Elims, right? But he's not driving her in the final, so we caught up with Double D to find out the story. Dexter, we just saw you in with Odds on St. Lucie, but you're actually taking Treacherous Rain in the final, both Alanya trainees. Why that decision?
I mean, you know, qualified 3 fillies and they all raced really great, but it was a hard decision to make too, but you know, with Treacherous Rain winning the Fan Hanover 2 starts ago up there in Canada, it was pretty hard to jump off her, and you know, I think she'll bounce back with a good run this week.
This is your first Sun Stakes Saturday, isn't it? That's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, but probably it wasn't long before I come over here last year. I was at home in New Zealand watching this night. So you know, there's some great races. It should be you know, be good watching and be good to be there, and for me it'd be good to be a part of it.
Well, you're doing fabulously since you've come to the U.S. Congratulations and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks a lot, Heather.
We do have to take a quick break, but stay with us. When we come right back, we're going to take a look at the Ben Franklin eliminations and a very exciting blast from the past.
Still on the lead, Western Fame. This is the plan, trying to come up from the pocket.
The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, changing lives since 1976 by providing unforgettable experiences while educating young racing fans. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, hands-on equine learning at camps across the country and driving exhibitions. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, providing scholarships, leadership programs, career and college information. Support the Harness Horse Youth Foundation. Log on to hhyf.org and find us on Facebook. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, growing our future with enthusiasm.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back. You are watching PA Harness Week, racing's fastest paced half hour. It's time to get back to the action, and we're going to begin things with the Ben Franklin eliminations, race number 8 in this one. For open pacers, the first division of 2 and a purse of $35,000. Taking a look at the number 4 horse in this one, Highlighter, the 3-5 favorite, has won his last 5 races, but takes a step up in company here. And also looking at the number 2 horse, Western Fame, hasn't raced since May 4th, but is coming off 2 really great qualifiers, and the rest are double-digit odds.
Western Fame up by a length and appearing to be still under wraps. In the pocket, this is the plan. Highlighter going to grind his way first over now for Still. Look at the burst of speed from him. He's within a length and a half of Western Fame. Inside 4th, Delta Winner on the outside, a second over there, removed from the cover. And back at the pylon, 6th now duplicated, followed by Hitman Hill. 3/4, 121 even, 26-4. Things heated up on the backstretch, and Highlighter dropping back now. Still on the lead, Western Fame. This is the plan, trying to come up from the pocket. Inside opening up for Beckham Zetam. Top of the stretch, Western Fame with the lead. Out of the pocket, this is the plan, a length and a half away. Western Fame holding true here tonight. Western Fame by a length and a half, and Western Fame off the layoff strong.
Western Fame gets to the front right past that first turn, but then here comes Highlighter first up, but Highlighter ends up fading. Meanwhile, Western Fame wins with driver Dan Dubé in the sulky, 148-1, as we saw earlier with the horse Proof. That time equals the fastest time of the year on a 5/8 mile track. The winner of $1.5 million is trained by Renee Allard. This is the plan. Sat the Pocket was there for second. Beckham Zetam finished third. Now let's move right into the next Franklin elimination, and we'll cover the action of race 10. It was the second division of 2 with a $35,000 purse on the line. Everybody was watching the 3-5 favorite, the 2018 Harness Horse of the Year, and the defending Ben Franklin champ, Mick Wicked. He came first up, and he got his head past Lather Up, who was cutting it out, but Lather Up fought back and crossed the finish line in 150-1 with a Montrell Teague in the driver's seat for trainer Clyde Francis. Springsteen showed off some late pace to take second, and Mick Wicked was there for third.
It's time to look at our race of the week from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. This comes from Sunday, June 23rd. It's race number 10 of Condition Pacers. The purse in this one, $14,500. Taking a look at 2 horses in this one. The number 6, Rough Odds, was a 7-5 favorite, taking a step down in class for this one. And the number 3 horse, General Patton, had a tough time getting into the race last time out, but for most part has been hitting the board lately.
Ozone, Blue Chip, and Rough Odds having their dispute up top. Inside, Dragonology is awaiting Racing Room second over General Patton. They straighten away for the stretch drive, and now Mock and Cheese tries to wind up 4 wide in the stretch. Rough Odds takes the lead now. Wears down Ozone, Blue Chip outside General Patton, far outside Mock and Cheese. Rough Odds, General Patton, Mock and Cheese flying on the outside. They come down to the finish. It's
Thanks to Mike Bozich for that call. General Patton got a beautiful second over trip behind the favorite Rough Odds and scores a 115.3 victory with Andrew McCarthy in the driver's seat for trainer Bill McKenzie, and rewarded his supporters with a really great payoff of $51.40 actually all weekend at Harrah's Philadelphia. There were huge numbers coming in. Second was Rough Odds in here, and a Mock and Cheese was third.
And if you want a slice of those big payouts, want to see all of this action up close and in person, here's where you can check out some live racing this week. We begin with the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono on Saturday and Sunday. The post time is at 7 o'clock. On Monday and Tuesday, the first race starts at 4 p.m. And here at Harrah's Philadelphia, Sunday racing with a post time of 12:40 p.m. Then this Wednesday special post time of 2:05 p.m. Thursday, July 4th, a special post time of 12:40, and Friday, the first race post time is at 12:25. And now taking a look at our blast from the past, the Battle of the Brandywine from 2015 at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. It showcases one of the most celebrated pacers of our time.
And now Wiglet Jiglet clears for the lead. 3 quarters, 121 and 1, 26 and 2 on the back. Wiglet Jiglet takes the lead away from Artspeak and tries to separate from Dudes the Man. He's out by about 2 around the turn to the top of the stretch. Wiglet Jiglet still going strong. He's out now by 3 as Dudes the Man couldn't hang with him on the inside. Some pace from Wakazashi Hanover, but Wiglet Jiglet dominant tonight.
Wiglet Jiglet comes first up in the Battle of the Brandywine and wins in 1:48. Wow, just wow. I'm telling you, what an incredible horse. This was his Horse of the Year season 2015. Oh, and I do want to mention that he is not officially retired. He hasn't raced for like 2.5 years, but he is not officially retired, and there is talk that he is going to make a comeback next year, so we'll see. Meanwhile, in the driver's seat is Montrell Teague, and we're going to have Montrell on later in the show, and we'll be talking a little bit about Wiglet Jiglet, or he will, so I'm excited for you guys to see that.
All right, we know it's the weekend. We know you don't want to think too much, but we do have one trivia question that we want you to work on just a little bit.
Yes, so Sun Stakes Saturday is tonight. Everybody's talking about the boys, okay? We've got the Earl Beal, the Ben Franklin, the Max Hemp, but you know what? I want to shed some light on the ladies in the Lynch Memorial. So here is the question. Who won the Lynch Memorial in 2001? And this is your hint. She actually was voted the Harness Horse of the Year that year, which is unheard of for a filly to do that.
That's a big hint. So we hope you get the answer, and we will show you that answer coming up. We do have to take a quick break, but when we come right back, we're going to chat with the driver of Wiglet Jiglet, Montrell Teague. He's going to talk about some of his championship tattoos. Stay with us.
It's Mac Lobel, and he's pouring it on.
It's Niatros by 4, and he's going away.
The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, a place where heroes come to life, preserving harness racing's treasured past while promoting its exciting future. And now get ready to harness your excitement with the thrill of harness racing's 3D simulator. The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, now offering free admission. Bigger, better, bolder than ever.
Rolling is Luck Be With You, and Luck Be With You is out and after the front, and some star somewhere tracks that move on the outside.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching PA Harness Week, and we have a very special feature to show you.
We do. I caught up with Montrell Teague earlier in the year, and Montrell is extremely proud of his accomplishments, especially for being so young, as he should be. And he showed me an incredible tattoo he got done that he calls his personal Triple Crown. This tattoo is spectacular that you recently got done. So tell me about it. What is this?
So it's I got lucky last year to finally win North America Cup, and I completed my Triple Crown. I always wanted to win the Little Brown Jug, got that done, and it took me 3 more years. I finally got the North America Cup, and I got the Meadowlands Pace.
So tell me about who are the horses that you won each one of these big races with?
So in 2015, I finally won the Meadowlands Pace. In my second attempt, I think. Custer was my first. And then in the second attempt, I finally got the Little Brown Jug with Wiggle It Jiggle It. And then 3 years later, in 2018, I got the North America Cup with Lather Up.
Okay, so we've got Wiggle It Jiggle It, Wiggle It Jiggle It, and Lather Up right there. All right, how does a design like this get made?
I brought in a picture of Little Brown Jug, picture of the North America Cup, but I couldn't find a good picture for the Meadowlands Pace. So I actually brought the trophy in, and he took pictures of it and made it into his own.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Okay, so you brought the pictures in for the jug and the North America Cup, but the Pace you brought
I actually brought the trophy in.
That is so awesome. That's so cool. All right, how long does a tattoo like this take to get on your arm?
It was about 5 to 6 hours. I mean, he did this one completely, took like a 10-minute break, did this one, did a 10-minute break, and then we finally finished.
All right, before the break, we asked you a little trivia question dating back to 2001, and now Heather has the answer.
Yes. In that year, who won the James Lynch Memorial? It was a Bunny Lake. Now, usually she was driven by her trainer, John Stark Jr. In this race, she was driven by Brian Cross. In that 2001 season, she won 19 races out of 21 starts, over 1.1 million, ended up being voted Harness Horse of the Year. As we said earlier, it's almost unheard of for a filly to be the Horse of the Year in this sport.
And speaking of the James Lynch Memorial, you can watch it live in person, in action. It's finally here, Sun Stakes Saturday at the Downs at Mohegan Sun. It's tonight. Heather will be there. I know you're very excited.
I am so super excited. I'm going to cover all the action for PA Harness Week this evening. Plus that, we've got the Earl Beal Memorial for our trotters. We've got the Ben Franklin for the older pacers. We've got the Max Hemp for the 3-year-old pacers. So it's a huge night. $2 million in purses.
Lots of money, lots of great races, as Heather mentioned. And you can always find us online on social media. We'll be tweeting, we'll be on Facebook. And if you need those handles, here they are on Twitter. You can find us at PA Harness Week. On Facebook, you can find us at Harness Week. And of course, you can always find us on YouTube watching all of our episodes online.
And you want to make sure you're following all the action from Sun Stakes Saturday. So if you want to be part of the conversation, super easy hashtag Sun Stakes Saturday. And on Twitter, you want to go to @DownsAtMSP for all the results, all kinds of pictures. So make sure, be part of it.
It's going to be a very busy night, and we'll hope you'll tune in again next week right here, same time, same place on NBC Sports Philadelphia.